How are you? Are you surviving? Well, today is May the 2nd. Can you believe we're already into May? And I got my coffee here. You can see my morning face and my hair all tied up. But I just wanted to go ahead and see if I couldn't give you a little reading this morning regarding Trump and him leaving, being gone, I want to see just what the cards are going to show if I ask if he is going to be gone prior to full term. Will Trump be having to leave or leaving um, without finishing a full 4 years? Is that likely? So I'm asking Spirit to help me read accurately and clearly. Is Trump going to be out of office um, before 4 years is up? Okay, let's see what we got. Well, right now I'm getting the Two of Swords. So there's a stalemate. Oh, look, we have a little. Let me just fix that. Pause. There we are. So we're getting the Two of Swords, which is in action. It has to do with people making decisions to act. All right. So far, it's kind of in suspension, and it's paired with fighting, arguing, confrontation. So right now, what is going to occur, which is what I've been saying, is I see a confrontation coming. And it's just a matter of people making that choice. They haven't made that choice yet, but I think it's coming, especially when the empty shelves. And Americans are not used to that. And this could affect, of course, I'm not trying to bring people down, but medication that you need. Um, there could be delays in being able to have pharmacies fill it. Uh, he does not appreciate the gamut of suffering that he's telling the American people just to suck it up, that they'll have to pay a few more dollars. It's nothing to him because he doesn't shop for himself. He'll just have somebody else pay for it. Trump is never paying for his own stuff. Um, he stiffs lawyers. He's known for that. So I think it is all hinging upon the reaction of confrontation to him. If people don't stand up, yeah, he could be here and get what he needs. That's what he needs in his mind is a dictatorship. But I see it just that people haven't decided yet, unfortunately, where they've had it, where it really is on their last nerve. It is to do with tariffs, I believe. This is going to be a big deal. Ace of Pentacles. So we're getting Two of Swords, Five of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is people teaching us, and it is counsel. It is people having to get counsel. I think financial counsel. When we look at the page, I'm not the page, the Ace of Pentacles and the Hierophant. And this is also conservatives with the Hierophant, because traditionally this card is a conservative card. It is tradition. So when the goods are not there with that Ace of Pentacles, we're going to have more outcry. He will leave. We do get the Death card. And it is paired with the devil, ending the devil. The devil has his hour, but God has his day. So the devil's hour will be up. Evil's hour will be up. This oppressive nonsense will be ending because people will not be identifying with him anymore. They will not as many. May I clarify that? I think that more and more people will fall away from that ideology with a rude awakening and be angry. And that's who he needs to be worried from, not the lefties. Um, it's his own. Here we have the card of inner strength, of what is being called for is inner moderation, human moderation, because there's an excess. Trump is an excess. He's excessive. He's an extremist. And so we have to get things fixed. We have to put things back where it's more balanced. But we're dealing with the love of control of power and money and wanting to control everything. This is him wanting to be dictator and us having to endure and try nonviolent means to create change, which I think is about ready to kick off. I think, unfortunately, we will have to go through the misery of what these tariffs mean and the fact that allies are not as friendly, not as trustworthy, and not just toward Trump, but also toward Democrats that I think other nations will look at and say, you allowed this to happen. You didn't, what's going on there? How can we be sure you're not going to allow it again? So there's a lot. Here we are working in small groups. Okay. This is collaboration of effort. Yeah, and the Ace of Cups. The people are going to just be really emotionally motivated to get involved, I think, in grassroots and protesting and in, standing up, continuing to stand up to him. So I do think they will end his regime and work, perhaps highlighting working with creating change within groups of people like grassroots and government, working together to create the changes we need. But that's a little further over the Trump sewage rainbow. Um, okay, here we have the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Cups. People are starting to see his loopiness, his confusion and word salad. That matter of decline could be something that people will look to bring forward, his incapacity mentally. Questioning, kind of like the Reagan thing. Because I remember I was about 12 years old at the time. And I remember thinking, Reagan's a putz. He's out to lunch. I could see it as a 12-year-old at the time, that he was having something going on, and it was, Alzheimer's. Here we have the Four of Wands, which is supposed to be about harmony and domesticality, reunion. but I see it around a woman figure rallying people. This is our, um, like our Crockett's and gosh, there's other ladies out there also that are active, AOC, all these people. These are the women that are out actively out there helping people, helping us during this time. So we will be ending it, and these women will be helping to lead the way. There's a great deal of uncertainty and fearfulness. There's also underhanded, uh, you know, attempts, but there's the release of fear as well with the moon and the Ten of Swords. And we learn a painful lesson. We have to go through a painful lesson. But I think strong women like Crockett, AOC, for example, are going to be key in helping us to reclaim our nation and repair it. And we will be looking to release a great deal of fear and uncertainty, a lot of all the toxicness of the Trump uh, regime. So I'm seeing what looks like where we're going to be on the edge of getting rid of him, where we're going towards those steps, and then we'll be releasing afterward. We get the Hermit, yes, and we get the card of confinement or restriction. And I'm feeling that we're looking at age related incapacities, if you will, things that he's limited in because of age. It's going to be looking to me like people are looking for more, perhaps they're looking for more real information about his abilities or not. I'm not sure. But regardless, it shows that he has a very strong limitations, probably connected to aging. There's a great deal of worry going on. Probably everybody. Everyone's anxious, not sleeping well, and needing to take action and communication. Here's the power symbol of authority, the emperor, which would be the president, and we have a king of pentacles. Could be Trump because he sure does love materialism, even though he's a Gemini. This could be showing his issues with finances and greed and screwing us over. He doesn't know how, he's never known uh, how to run a business, only how to kill them. So what's he doing with our company? He's trashing it. He doesn't know. He's got some guy that made up a persona that was himself, actually, that gave the advice about these tariffs. That he's taking advice from fools, which is what a fool does. Um, we're dealing again with financial issues and economy, and it being up and down, the stock market. So I feel like I'm being shown his last days. That toward the end, this is what we're going to see. People that are joining more grassroots organizations to oppose him as he becomes more and more a dictator. There's an illness thing again here, and there is retreat with it. With the Four of Swords, let's see what's paired with the World, an end, a completion. And this is also, I think, for us healing after going through such a rocky time. So again, we're dealing with ends, he does have an end. I do think he is going to end. I do. Probably before I just can't see it going on for that long. Um, so I think he will not have the full four once again. And what we can look for are these things that I've seen here, especially with the likes of AOC and Crockett really becoming more vocal, even and leading grassroots organizations and more people joining them to oppose, especially because of prices and economy being up and down like a roller coaster. And he's more people getting angry with him, realizing that he's full of hot air, doesn't know what he's doing, and has people in place that don't know what they're doing. It's going to open a few more eyes, just enough, um, that will make pressure on him. But he, as well as pointing out his incapacity, his word salad getting worse, his cognitive decline. All right, let's see very quickly. So let's try this time window thing. Will Trump be having to leave or leaving office, out of office, within 2 years? I mean, like 2 years total, having served half of the term of the four. Will he make it to 2 years in this lame duck presidency? I'm looking for a yes or a no. Will Trump make it to 2 years, or will it be less than that? Getting the Page of Cups, he's childlike. This is the card I get for his childishness. And the Lovers. Well, two is kind of highlighted here. So it could be 2 years, or it could be a little less, give or take, is what I'm going to say what I think here. I think that this is a yes. Actually, both of these cards would be a yes to me. This one's a little bit less powerful. It's a little more quiet because it's a little bit smaller of an influence with the page. But then we get the Lovers. And this is commitment. This is agreement by people. So I feel like we're going to be seeing people coming together with the Lovers card and agreeing that he needs to be out before 4 years. Maybe two, because of the anxiety he's causing, lack of sleep, and also I think his cuckoo-ness. Yes, and trying to people being worried that he's going to try and stay in, and he's already showing that he's not fit. So people taking action as a result of worry and anxiety because they don't like what's happening. They don't like anything that's being offered, anything that he's offering. There's the Four of Cups. People are like, meh. And the Hermit, looking at him as being too aged, not wise, because it's connected to the Four of Cups. What I think less people willing to listen to him, less people, more people realizing it's a load of probably nonsense. And I get the Three of Swords. This is being a traitor, betraying people. I think more people realizing that he's betrayed and lied to them. Uh-huh. About the economy, about work and employment and things being better with the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. More people feeling betrayed that trusted him, why they would ever, where business is concerned, and employment and economy. So he's going to be gone before them. There's the card of hope with the star paired with the four of swords, which is peace, but it's also that he has to retreat and probably seek some kind of treatment. Looking forward with the Two of Wands, the world is watching us because I think this is kind of unprecedented, and offering support and help with the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, there's the Ace of Pentacles. People would be wise to do so because it affects their economy as well. So I'm seeing some support from others for us to change, I think. Get rid of him. Yeah, that's being offered. We'll get a lot of support being offered once people start talking about even more removing him. And we will persevere and make it clear. So, and cut him loose. So, yes, I think we will definitely be cutting him loose before 4 years. Okay? Hang in there. All right. Thumbs up if you appreciate the readings. Thank you.